What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Robin from Gotham Knights. And so here we have the Gotham Knights Robin pose and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories really fast. Robin only comes with his staff, which looks really nice. It is made of a really soft rubbery material, which I'm not a fan of, so there is that. And then he comes with the McFarlane display base. Other than that, Robin doesn't come with anything else, so let's actually move on to his details. And so here we have a closer look at the Gotham Knights Robin, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not really feeling the head on this figure. It is not the best. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's not a very good head sculpt. I mean, the eyes are painted fairly well. They are looking off to the right, which, like I said, I'm not too upset about that because he does have grip hands on both sides. But I'm not really feeling this face sculpt. There's something about it that I'm not really a fan of. I mean, from this angle it kind of looks right, but from the front, there's something wrong with the look of it, and I can't put my finger on it. Maybe it's the color of his lips. It looks like he's wearing lipstick instead of it being actual lips. But yeah, there's something about the way his lips are designed that I'm really not too fond of. I mean, it's a really good hair sculpt, and from the side like this, it looks okay, but from the front view, there's something not right with it, and I quite can't put my finger on it. I mean, he kind of doesn't look like Robin. He looks more like Danhausen, which that's not really a good thing. But yeah, there's a lot of things not to like about this head sculpt. It's very weak, and amongst the four Gotham Knights figures, I think it's the weakest one. So moving on to his costume, I really do like the costume. Don't get me wrong, the outfit looks very nice. I love the texturing right here on his coat, as well as the different colors. We see the green, the yellows, silvers, grays, and blacks, and it all looks really cool. I do like it, especially going up here to the shoulders where you see it does have some black padding going all the way around. And then we have like a pseudo cape right here. It's not a full cape, and it still has detail. I'm pretty sure that these are meant to be like black, gray, green, and yellow, but as you can see, they didn't paint it on, which is a little bit unfortunate. If we look at the front, we can kind of get an idea of what this is supposed to look like. I'm pretty sure this V right here is supposed to be green. These bands connecting them should be yellow. This band right here being the gray, and then this line being black. Don't really know why they don't take the proper time to paint the back of the figures, but yeah, that is very unfortunate. Really do like the R here though. The R is done very well, and I do like the overall design of this figure. I thought I wasn't gonna like it, but I do. I love the way it's textured right here on the shoulder. We do have the gauntlets right here, which look very nice. I do like the green and the black. Then we do have some coverings right here on his hands. Not really a fan of the fingerless gloves. If you're crime fighting, you don't want your fingerprints showing, so why does he have fingerless gloves? I just will never understand that design choice. So moving on to the rest of his costume, because he is Robin, they did give him the green tights, which I think that was a really good call there. But they also did add this black, and it looks really nice, and overall it fits with the design of the character. So I really can't say it's a bad design choice, because overall this actually looks really good when you compare it with the rest of the figure. If anything, they could have added a little more black, like maybe have his undershirt black. Maybe it's supposed to be black, because if you look right here at his collar, it's black, but they left that red. I'm pretty sure the undersuit is supposed to be black. But yeah, we're moving on to the rest of it. You can see he does have leg wraps right here where his pants kind of tuck into these wrappings. And we do have those little fins that we see on most Batman characters. Instead of having them on his gauntlets, he does have these on his boots, but they do look like they're just straps that are sticking out. They don't look like the traditional fins that come out of the Bat Family gauntlets. So yeah, I'm pretty sure those are just supposed to be straps, because it looks like it's supposed to be a guard of some kind on the inside. Don't know why you would guard the inside of your leg. You want to protect the front. And then looking at his boots, they did a very good job with it. Really do like the texturing. The paint job on the boots is very clean. Can't really complain about that. I don't know if the ball joint is supposed to be black or if it's supposed to be green, but I think green works for this figure. Overall, Robin here is designed very well, and I don't think I touched upon his hood. Just like Red Hood, he has his very own hood. Maybe they should have added the hood to the figure, because the way he looks now, I'm not a fan of. And then another thing I'm not a fan of is the way his body is proportioned. If you have him looking like this, he has an obvious hunch, where if you were to actually straighten out his head, he's going to be looking down like that, and that's just because of the way they designed it. His shoulders line up with his neck at an angle, so if you want him looking straight, you kind of have to like arch him back. So yeah, very strange on why they would do that with Robin here. It doesn't look good, especially when you have to have him hunched over. It's very strange, to be quite honest. But anyway, that's Robin for you guys. So what we're going to do now is get him compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Robin posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Robin posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have Robin posed next to a Lightning Collection White Range and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And finally, here we do have the Gotham Knights Robin posed next to the Gotham Knights Nightwing, Red Hood, Batgirl, and the Arkham Knight Batman. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a look at Robin's articulation. Now, Robin does have a double ball joint here in the head, which does let him look up about that far. He can look down quite a bit because of how his neck is actually angled. Again, not a fan of why they went with that design choice. It's kind of not good in my honest opinion. He does have really good head tilt though, so that does work. Then he can turn left and right, no problem. I mean, does that look right to you guys? No, I don't think so. They really need to redesign how they do necks. Necks should not be going off at an angle like that. It's so frustrating sometimes. But anyway, he does have a ball joint here in the shoulder. Arms do go out to about right there, go all the way around. A little bit hindered by his actual coat right here because it is a soft material. You can see it does get caught right here in the shoulder joint, so do be aware of that. He does have rotation here at the bicep, double bend here at the elbow, giving us 90 degrees. Then he does have a hinge ball joint here at the wrist, so we do have in and out movement. And mine is stuck right here. I can't get this joint to move up and down, but it would be able to rotate, and then it rotates on that pin. I believe he has just a hinge right here in the torso because I can't get it to go side to side. It feels like it's just one of those hinges that we got with the old Joker figure and the Crow Robins, which is a little bit unfortunate. It does feel like there's another hinge right here at his waist. It does rotate really nicely, but yeah, kind of strange how they went back to that old style articulation, which I'm not a fan of. Legs do kick forward to about right there, which is pretty good. They do go out to the side, no problem. We do have a little bit of a thigh swivel here on Robin. Then we do have double bend here at the knee. Then we do have rotation here at his foot, which works really nice. It does have a hinge which goes back and forward. Then we can rotate that to have true rocker ankle as well as forward facing pin. And then finally we have a very generous toe hinge. So overall, Robin here has some pretty good articulation. Not the best we've seen, but also not the worst. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Robin posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Gotham Knights Robin pose for my final thoughts. And overall, it's kind of a mixed bag between this figure. There's a lot of things to like about this figure in terms of unique sculpt and colors, but at the same time, there's a lot of things to not like in terms of the sculpt on his head, the lack of paint on his back, as well as the rubbery accessory. There's a lot of things that this figure does right, but also a lot of things that this figure does wrong. Like I said, the head sculpt, it kind of does irk me. It doesn't feel like it really does fit the character. As I stated, it kind of reminds me of Danhausen, and that's not really a good thing, especially when that's not even one of my favorite wrestlers. So yeah, this is not a really good head sculpt, but overall I think the figure is done very nice. It's not the best that we've seen, but it could have been a lot worse. I really am not a fan that they went back to that old articulation style of the hinge and swivel in the torso. The overlay looks really good until you start posing it around, and you can really notice that something is a little bit off. This Robin, like I said, it's a mixed bag. I kind of like it, but I kind of don't like it. The accessory is nice, but it could have been better if it was a solid plastic, because as it stands, the really soft rubbery plastic just doesn't do it for me. If you are looking for this Robin, he is starting to hit stores at the time I'm making this video, so check your local Walmarts, Targets, Walgreens, wherever you pick up your DC Multiverse figures, as well as Amazon, Big Bad Toy Store, and Entertainment Earth, where he will run you about $19.99, so he'll run you about $22 after taxes, which is pretty fair for the figure of his size and detailing. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other DC Multiverse videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you'd like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.